Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me. Who knows what time it is for you when you're doing this video? I'm Deb Cehak. I'm going to be doing a 45-minute slow power class. Because you're practicing at home, you can scale it up or back or do whatever you want, which makes it, perhaps there's a little more permission in your home practice to do that than when you're in person. But if you're ever in person with me, when you're in person with me again, as you know, there's always that freedom and option to add on, scale back, do something completely different. So find a tall seat. You could be in child's pose alternatively. You could be in down dog or high plank if you've got energy in a short window of time. We won't sit for long, but I do want you to just settle wherever you are. Start to notice your breath. Start to ground. These few moments, I intend to create space to notice what's going on in your body. Notice where you feel tight, open, stressed, free, all of the above, everything in between. And to also start noticing your breath. You know, for me, oftentimes off of my mat, I'm so busy planning, thinking, doing, organizing that I forget about my breath and this tool that we have at all times. I'm going to read you like 3 sentences from Everything Happens for a Reason by Kate Bowler. Just before I read this little few sentences, this is about her cancer diagnosis. So this is more like just a heads up that I will be mentioning the word cancer in what I read. If that is upsetting for you, you can pause until you see me on my mat, mute it. The horror of cancer has made everything seem like it is painted in bright colors. I think the same thoughts again and again. Life is so beautiful. Life is so hard. I'm going to read that one more time. The horror of cancer has made everything seem like it is painted in bright colors. I think the same thoughts again and again. Life is so beautiful. Life is so hard. You can start coming into some cat and cow if you'd like, or you can make your way into down dog. I'm not going to move there quite yet. Actually, I will, just for those of you that muted, so you can see that we're now going to move. So once you're in down dog, your hands are planted shoulder distance, your feet are hip distance, and you start to bring in your ujjayi breath. So you close your mouth. Oh, I can hear. Actually, I got over a cold a while ago, but maybe it's in the morning or still a result of me getting over my cold. Breathing in and out through your nose if you can, if you're not sick and your nose isn't plugged. And so for me, as you're in down dog, unless you want to be in high plank or handstand, headstand, etc., I have never had a cancer diagnosis, but as many of you know, my son Trey has a rare disease called MPS II, and his disease has painted the world in bright colors. It's why I started teaching yoga. It's why I bought fuzzy blue roller skates and learned to roller skate. It's why when I moved to LA, I started to dance, because it's those reminders, those intense, hard reminders in life that remind us to live. And one of the reasons I practice yoga and teach yoga is so that I don't require those hard, intense reminders to remember to live. And it has worked for me. Finding breath, coming into the present moment has reminded me throughout the day repeatedly, what is the point? Why am I here? What am I choosing? How do I want to live? And so that's the intention, that's the theme for class today. A reminder to continually come back to breath over and over. Come back to breath, check in. Is what you are doing in any given moment in your best interest? What does that even mean? Is this where you want to be? Is this what you need? You know, because when we receive, come forward to high plank. When we receive a diagnosis or hard, intense news, all of the, and swear word warning here in case you've got kids, to tell your kids to put on their earmuffs if you don't want to hear this. All of the bullshit falls away. You know, all of the, you know, what I'm wearing to my yoga class, how flexible I am, what I look like, how clean my hair is, whether I'm wearing makeup, all of that stuff in the face of intense things stops mattering. And in those intense moments, life becomes crystal clear. And the aim of my yoga practice and that I'm offering for you today is to have life become crystal clear without needing that intensity. Back to downward facing dog. From down dog, step or hop or handstand to the top of your mat. Lift halfway as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips. So you want to be able to see your toes. You want your knees tracking over your second toe. You can reach your arms up. Sometimes I like that. Today I don't. I'm going to cactus my arms. It makes my, I don't know, it makes my neck just feel too scrunched. I like to find space. But if it feels good, if you like the traditional practice, bring it, go for it. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift and go slowly. I'm feeling stiff first thing in the morning. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up. On your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, all 10 toenails pressing down, kneecaps lifted. Inhale, rise cobra. Full deep breath. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, plant your hands, lift your kneecaps, press up to high plank. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. You can take, I'm going to offer warrior one, but if you prefer high lunge, we're doing some sun bees. Spin your back heel down for warrior one. Your feet are mostly, or your hips are forward facing. Arms reach up. If they're slightly open, if that feels better, go for it. You can also play with, if your feet like are on a tightrope, if they're in line, it might be a bit harder. You can bring your feet a bit more hip distance and it might be easier to bring your hips forward facing. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release high plank to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, you can take cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, find all of that stretch. This is how we start opening it up. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. If you took a high lunge, take it here too. If you took warrior one with me, back heel down, hips mostly forward facing, arms reach up. Hold for a couple breaths, just to start to stretch. I find if I move too quickly before I open up, that's when I can pull or hurt, injure myself. So if you need to move slower in the warm up than I'm offering to, you do that. You know, let your practice be crystal clear as much as possible. Take an inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, handstand to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Inhale. Oh, I feel this. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Low push up. Exhale. Cobra up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. One breath per movement. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand, back heel down unless you did high lunge, warrior one. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. High lunge or warrior one. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Couple breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, one breath. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga. Low push up, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. High lunge or warrior one. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. High lunge, warrior one. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Few breaths here. If you prefer spending these few breaths elsewhere, by all means. Inhale, look forward. One more sun beat. Exhale. Step hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Now I'm feeling this in my hips and my back. So always feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to and go as slow and kindly as you can. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, flip your right foot to your right hand. Inhale, high lunge, warrior one. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Warrior one or high lunge, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Couple of breaths here. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Bring your back knee down for low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers and press your palms up to the sky. Yeah. So it's going to be a really, well, hopefully a good and nice shoulder opening. If you prefer a different arm variation, go for it. You want to be pulling your right heel back while you pull your left knee forward, everything towards midline. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Hold it here for a moment. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Same thing, other side. Bring your back knee down. Start by bringing your arms up for low lunge. And then interlace your fingers opposite weave of your finger. So you interlace your fingers, bending your elbows, press your palms face up. And then you start to press your shoulders and arms back any amount until you find a nice stretch here. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, step your left foot back to high plank. Take an inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Bring your back knee down again. Low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. So we're going to work into a twist here. Actually, no, let's do a side bend first. So you can bring your right hand to your hip. You can bring your right thumb into your right hip crease. If you've got a block where your fingertips can reach the earth, this is why I like the low lunge variation to begin to find this side opening, is I can get a bit deeper into my left side on this side when I've got my back knee down. If this feels amazing and you want to stay in it a bit longer, by all means. Otherwise, you're going to take an inhale, and on your exhale, slowly feeling the stretch on the way, pause. Oof, I found a good spot here. Eventually, maybe you reach your left elbow outside your right thigh, starting to move into a twist, but don't rush the stretch. Yeah, eventually, maybe your hands meet in prayer for your twist. You can keep it in a low lunge twist. You can bring it into a high lunge twist. If you want to bind or spread your wings or take Kundanyasana A, you are more than welcome to. Coming back to making this practice yours as much as possible, brushing away what doesn't matter. You know, we can't ever really brush away all of the context. You know, I was raised as a woman in Western culture, and there's all sorts of ideas and expectations and guidelines for how I'm supposed to show up, even in a yoga studio. And so I can't necessarily really unstory my whole life, but I can start to question. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, unwind. Plant your hands. Three-legged dog. Right leg steps back and up. Oof. Find something nice here. You know, and what I find for myself is those places of discomfort, not physically on my yoga mat, but like, you know, things I don't like, that those like icky feelings, oftentimes they're attached to some kind of guilt or shame about how I'm supposed to measure up and I'm not. Those are stories that are created that we can undo. So I flipped my dog sort of here into something that feels good. You can flip your dog if you'd like or not. We'll meet in downward facing dog when you feel complete. From down dog, if you'd like to cycle through a vinyasa, rest or play, by all means, I'll lead a vinyasa. Inhale forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Go slowly. Oh my gosh, especially in the morning, I kind of love, we're moving into a low lunge again. I love feeling my body in the morning because it's tighter and stiffer. So I need to move slowly and feel more. All right, so low lunge, arms are lifted. And then from here, we're gonna play. You know, do you wanna put your thumb in your left hip crease or a hand on your hip? Or can you reach your fingertips to a block or the earth for a right side opening on this case, on this side in this case? And breathe into it. Slowly, we're moving towards the twist. You don't need to make it there. You don't need to make it there quickly. If you're like, oh, I'm so open, you know, I'm practicing it 2 in the afternoon, or I'm really flexible in this way, you may move quickly. My intention is not to suggest that you should be moving in any way. My hope is that you will let your body lead and listen to your body's cues. Do you have tons of energy? Did you start practice and realize, oh, I have no energy for this. I'm just gonna stretch, or I'm gonna lay in Shavasana. So your variation of a twist, whether high lunge, low lunge, arm balancing, you could be balancing on one foot too. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Stay, exhale. On your inhale, unwind. Plant your hands. 3-legged dog, back leg up. Oof. Find that nice opening. Whether you stack your hips and hold it here, whether you circle your hips and find a nice stretch. I just, even through like subtle movement and 3-legged dog, I can find new great stretches. Maybe you want to flip it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're done with this posture, with this practice for now. We'll meet in down dog. Don't rush it. Don't rush it if you're in clarity, if you're in peace, if you're in joy. If you would like a vinyasa, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. If you want to sigh or putter your lips or lion's breath, go for it. From down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. High lunge, inhale to rise. Hold it here for a few beats. Find steady in your breath and in your balance. Notice where you feel this posture in your body. We're moving into warrior 3. So take an inhale in warrior 3. On your exhale, press off your back toes. Left leg parallel to the earth. I'm going to bring my arms back behind me like they cross on an airplane. If you want your arms in another posture, that's your call. Come back to breath. Come back to this moment over and over and over. You're going to rise to stand. Bring your left knee with you. Hug your knee into your chest for a moment. Okay, option 1, Well, everybody right hand to hip. Option 1, left hand to knee. Option 2, peace fingers wrap around your left big toe. Option 3 for me, it doesn't feel good around my toe. I grab the outside edge of my foot. You do not need to be able to extend your left leg too straight to have the peace toe or outside edge of your foot grip. Everybody pull your left shoulder blade onto your back as much as possible so that you're aiming for your chest to be parallel with the front edge of your mat. Bring your left leg out to the left. If you want to bring your right arm out to the right, you can. You can look over your right shoulder also. Bring your left leg forward. Hands to your hips, both of them. Left leg extended out in front of you. Take an inhale. On your exhale, standing split. Sweep your left leg back and up. Bow your chest low. You can keep your hips square. You can stack them if that feels better. So you can step back to down dog. If you want to play, you can play with hopping your right toes back into chaturanga or switching your legs. So right toes hopping back to chaturanga would be like this. If you want to try switch kicking your legs, you would land your left toes in chaturanga and then move through your vinyasa. Aside from strength, the biggest piece of that is figuring out coordination. It's tricky, it's awkward, it's no different than like I'm learning to roller skate, and it's just awkward as I'll get out. And it's because I'm figuring it out, I'm learning it. So if it feels weird, it's because you haven't created that pathway in your brain yet. So just keep trying it. From down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. I'm going slowly because my body is asking me to. High lunge, if you can move a little bit quicker. Settle into your breath and your high lunge. Settle into this moment. You know, it is thoughts of the future and past that bring negative emotions, shame, guilt, fear, anxiety, depression. Here in this moment, it is peaceful. It's all it is. You can inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Parallel to your arm, doing on the other side. You're going to wrap right leg into your chest, but a little like it because it feels, also kind of helps me. From here, left hand to your hip for everybody. The right hand to knee, right fingers around your big toe, or hand to outside edge of your leg. Peace fingers to outside edge, I should say. Hug your left knee into your left arm as you begin to stand. Same as the other side, you don't need to reach full extension. You get to play, try it out. Just because you might have it flexible enough that you try or see, you know, maybe there's a new stretch for you. Right leg out to the right. Your left arm out and look over the shoulder, maybe not. Right leg to center. To your hips, right leg extends out in front, and inhale. Sitting split on your right leg, sweeps back and up. Hands come down to the earth. Press your then keep both hands, and you can have one or both hands behind. to the earth, flexed, toes stacked. There's options. All right, stop is whether you step there or there. So again, two options. You want your hips square for this hopping, definitely square. You can hop your left toes back. Back up, it's hard to chat around. Or meet and down dog. That's how you cycle through your stuff. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Lift your right between your hands. Spin your back down below to the mat for warrior two. For vaulted triangle, straight your right leg, right arm comes up, side bend. You're gonna move between here and extended side. So take an inhale, exalted triangle. Exhale, bend your right leg, left forearm to right thigh, left arm beside your ear. Moving with inhale, exalted triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, extend. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, and exalt. This time, windmill. You can lift up your back heel, walk your right foot out. Two options. You kind of just spend a few stretch there, or you can take Asana B, planting your hands shoulder distance, extending your right leg out, chaturanga. Your choice. Stretch, play time. We'll meet down dog. Take a breath where you are. Back. Because you have the freedom of practice. If you're in a hip stretch, not done yet, press pause. You're doing. Try and left leg to the sky. Toss up your left foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down, parallel to the short edge of your mat for warrior two. Inhale, reach your arms up. Warrior two. As much as you can, right thigh parallel to your mat, arms parallel to your mat. You can look over your left shoulder, gaze over your fingertips if that feels good. Exalted triangle, press into your left foot, left arm into the sky, find a nice side bend here. That's my purpose of doing this posture. Take an inhale. On your exhale, extended side angle, bend your right knee to track over your second toe. Right arm beside your ear. Inhale, exalted triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, exalted triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Exalted triangle one more time. And then on your exhale, windmill your hands inside your left foot. Lift up your back heel, walk your feet out until they're hip distance, maybe a bit wider. And then from here, either a hip stretch or if you would like the arm balance, Kundanyasana. Release when you're ready. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From downward dog, shift forward to high plank and hold here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Bend your knees. Reach around and grab your ankles. If you can flex your feet while grabbing your ankles, great. If not, you can grab your feet. So I want your legs to be no more than hip distance. So you don't want to be going into a straddle pose here. Yeah, so bring your forehead down to the mat for a moment. On an inhale, lift everything up, bow pose. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower. You can bring one ear to the mat or hands underneath your forehead. You rock your hips from side to side for a minute. I'm going to give you two options. We're going to do a different variation of bow pose, or if you'd like a cobra, you can simply, but not simply, press into cobra. Yeah. Okay. If you're going with me, forehead down, it's a variation of what we just did. Bend your knees, keeping this time your thighs down. Quads stay on your mat this time. On an inhale, you are going to push your feet back. So your legs pushing back lifts your chest up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, release. You're going to roll over onto your back. Last back bend, bridge or wheel. For bridge, actually both, plant your feet hip distance. You can touch your heels with your fingertips. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. You can roll your shoulders and clasp hands underneath you. I'm going to move into wheels because my back feels like that today. For wheel, I'm not going to cue it. If you know it, go for it. If you don't, don't. And you can send me a message if you're like, hey, I have questions about wheel. I'm almost here. I can get to this point, but I'm stuck. What's next? Feel free to ask. And ask lots of teachers too, because different teachers have different tips, and some tips work better than others or at different times in our lives. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower all the way down. Extend your left leg long on your mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. Oh, if you find something good there, hold it. Shift your hips slightly over to the right. Bring your knee over to the left for a spinal twist. And if you're in your twist, you can look over your right shoulder. To have a more mellow twist, you can have your knees stacked, actually, which is what I'm going to do this morning. There's also deeper variations. You can bind up your legs like eagle legs. You can do a seated twist if you can't, if laying down doesn't get you deep enough. When you're ready for the other side, make your way there. Extend your right leg long on the earth. Hug your left knee into your chest. Shift your hips a bit over to the left, and then your knee comes over to the right and you look over your left shoulder this time. Take these moments to be here I know historically near the end of class, my mind used to start running because I'm near the end of class. It's like, oh my gosh, all the things I have to do. But now I'm more in a place of like just moments left of peace, of breath, just being here. What this moment has to offer. Could be horrible. Could be a really crappy moment. The more we can accept the crappy moments, the easier the crappy moments get. Come back to center. If you want to breathe happy baby or something else, go for it. I'm just going to hug my knees into my chest. I also sometimes like to shake out my arms and my legs straight up above me. Take one more inhale wherever you're at. And then on your exhale, lay your body on the earth for Shavasana. Let go of your Ujjayi breath. Let go of any conscious breath. Let your body breathe you. Let your feet flop out. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. And with each exhale, imagine your body letting go a little bit more, sinking a little bit deeper. If you have time, well, we all have time. If you want to create time to stay longer, if you need longer and you can create that time, that space, stay as long as you need. If you're ready to start waking up, make some movement into your body to wake it up, whatever that looks like. It may feel good to roll onto one side into fetal position for a few breaths. It may feel good to rock and roll to seated. Eventually, rise up to seated, hands placed comfortably in your lap. And back to breath again, over and over and over. Not changing it, not judging it, just observing it. I'm going to read the quote from the beginning of class one more time. The horror of cancer has made everything seem like it is painted in bright colors. I think the same thoughts again and again. Life is so beautiful. Life is so hard. It can be both. It is and beautiful and hard. And you can even notice an emotional or physical response to what I read. The idea through meditation and yoga is not to judge what comes up, it's to notice and accept and open to what comes up. Bring your hands to prayer. Thank you for sharing practice, for being a part of this yoga community. I hope you have some beautiful moments today. Namaste. Thanks for practicing, everybody. If you have questions, you can reach me on Instagram at deb.cehak, or email is debcehak@gmail.com. And I'm Deb Cehak Yoga on Facebook, I think. Okay. Have a brilliant day. Have some beautiful and hard moments. Much love to you. Bye.